Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another light novel review. Welcome once again, guys. It's going to be on the Misfit of Demon King Academy, Volume 1. This is by J Novel Club, which is now under the branch of Yen Press. So if you go to yenpress.com, they do have an umbrella of companies. That's one of them, J Novel Club. They've been a thing for a while, for years, actually. Probably since I started reviewing stuff here on my channel, which has been years. But they were mainly focused on online releases, and now they're doing physical releases. So this one in particular, the Misfit of Demon King Academy, has been released as a online copy for a while, but now they've done it into an actual physical copy. So every light novel has its colored pages, and this one has this little flap that is as beautiful as it can be. Yeah, we have our two girls that are the main characters in this first volume. I did watch the anime, and I reviewed, gave my first impressions to season 2, but never watched season 2. So I might go into watching season 2 after reviewing this volume. But I don't remember how many episodes this volume probably revolved in. I would say maybe the first half of the first season, if not maybe the first 5 episodes. The first volume, just this one itself. Light novels usually have a lot more than manga, but it's felt like it covered a lot of the actual first season that I've seen. So it's been a year or two since I watched the first season, so I had forgotten about quite a bit of it, so I will be honest. Before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing, and you guys can follow me on social media and other places by checking the description below. TikTok is doing so well right now for me, so check me out on TikTok, but also Twitter and Instagram. That helps as well. So yeah, go give some love out there. Okay, the Misfit of Demon King Academy. So where do I start? I guess I'll start with, we have this Demon King who he kind of reincarnates himself into the future. There's a whole part in the light novel of why he does it, but essentially he's trying to help, and he's trying to go into a more peaceful time. He has this like whole ideology of like humans will always have an enemy against themselves, because even if they kill off all of their enemies, they themselves will become their own enemy, and that's very much true. But then he reincarnates into this world. He's like a baby, and then like in a month he becomes an adult, and he essentially goes into this academy, and no one believes that he's the Demon King. And there's a reason why. There's a group of demons called the 7 Demon Elders, and these elders are essentially, they've been manipulated and brainwashed, and they don't have recollection of the Demon King. Now, these elders are supposed to be basically part of the Demon King, and they're created by the blood of the Demon King. So there's a point where one of them shows up, and who he ends up being, you know, a villain in his own way, and he doesn't believe him, right? So he's trying to prove himself to people that he's an OP Demon King, and he basically does a lot of stuff. The first few chapters, there's an instance where like there's a noble who, there's mixed bloods and then there's nobles, and he being not a noble, everyone considers him a mixed blood, and this noble basically tries to show off his power in the entrance exam and promises to hurt him, but really a Demon King ends up making a fool of him, and then again making a fool of his brother at night when they basically gang up on him, and starts killing No. Sorry. In the beginning, he kills the little brother over and over again until he gives up, and then at the night, he ridicules the older brother by forcing for him to have a bond with his younger brother. I don't know. It makes no sense, but it is what it is. He does make his first friend pretty quickly, which is Misha Nikron. Now these two girls are sisters. They do have a huge part to this volume. Essentially, Nishan is more of a doll than anything, and then Sasha, she seems to be a villain throughout the almost entire first volume until we find out that everything that she's done is to basically make her sister hate her, so that when she tries to sacrifice herself so that she can live, her sister won't save her, which is very heroic and very like, there's probably other ways to do that instead of making your sister have a miserable life her entire time, but that's essentially what her story is all about. Demon King, OP, but at the end of the day, because his power can't be measured, he is considered a misfit in the academy, but that doesn't stop him from showing off to anyone, even teachers, that he is OP. He's an overpowered character. He can do whatever he wants, to be honest, and he is definitely a force to not be reckoned with. So yeah, it is a great first volume. Like I said, it kind of ends with the girls kind of having their moment. I personally, I just kind of hated her. Like, I knew she was hiding something, or I knew there was more to her than what we knew on the surface. But I just, I don't know. She just was a little bit too evil, or her evilness wasn't too justified for me, to be honest. And then her sister being almost like a pushover, it just, for me, it kind of annoyed me. So it's a great first volume, guys. Like I said, it does cover quite a bit of episodes, so if you've seen the anime, you've probably read some of it, but I will say light novels contain a lot more information than the anime, or the same type of information, but a lot of the times when you watch an anime, you miss so much because a lot of the background, although important, you might not put much importance, thinking that it's not important to the story, where at the end of the day, it could very much be something that develops the character at a more deeper level. So just check this out. It is out by J Novel Club. I don't have much to say other than the story itself is good. It does look like it could be a harem, but it's not a harem. I mean, maybe it is in the future, but at least for this volume, it's not. It's really him helping one sister out, and the other one just kind of joins in eventually. So, yeah, it is what it is. Not a romance, though, even though there is a kiss that happens, but not a romance. Well, at least I wouldn't say romance. I would say it's more a magic action, maybe a little drama here and there. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel. Check out Yen Press and the umbrella of companies. Like I said, this is one of those companies, J Novel Club. Give them some love by buying their stuff or just checking my videos out, because that also helps me spread the word. So check other videos here on my channel. Thank you again, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.